And here we are. Click at own risk. My voice is very bad today. I had a rough night, a little congested, but anyway. Click at own risk. Today, yeah, we're going to another dark side of the of tech today. Let's step into the digital shadows and check out some dark apps. I'm gonna explore some murky intersections with regards to apps, technology, ethics, and society, really. My face, your screen, I got questions. As always, I got questions. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Let me turn on the fan. Be back. That's better. Got the AC on, got the fan on, and it's actually the middle of the winter where I am, but I'm so hot, I just want to start taking clothes off in the winter. That's so good. There's not an OF, and I'm too old. Anyway, let's get into this. So yes, we live in an age where you can download an app for anything. Okay, for literally anything. You can download an app to recognize your face, to do anything, to track someone's location, to order food, to change your appearance, to do anything. There's apps for everything, anything you want to do. So is this good or is this not? Just because we can, should we? I mean, it's literally, if your child comes up to you, Mom, I need a sandwich, first thing you do is grab your phone. Which app do I use? You know, that's basically where we are. Where's my partner? Oh, is his location on? No, is this, I don't know, is this good or is this not? You know, I'm old, so in my days it was like you ask your mum for a sandwich and she goes to the bread tin, you know, and she gets the bread out. It's not like that anymore. So let's break down seven apps and platforms that have raised some serious red flags with me. From privacy invasions to ethical nightmares. Let's dive in. I've chosen 7 that stood out to me. Just a content warning. Some of these apps come with some violent and disturbing content, so use your discretion. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, let's start with PimEyes, the Face Finder. This is a Face Finder app. Okay, it's scary. This is the first one that raised some serious red flags for me, and we've all checked it out to see if we can find ourselves on there, because what? PimEyes is a facial recognition search engine. You upload a picture and it scours the internet and finds other images of that person in the picture that you, whether they linked or tagged or they don't even know about this picture. Now remember, you're sometimes in a group or somebody takes a selfie and you're in the background. You're going to be in that picture. They're going to find you. This PimEyes will find you. On the surface, it sounds like a cool thing to see where your image appears online, but the problem is it works on anyone's face, okay? And it's not just you looking. That means anyone. Stalkers, exes, enemies, anybody. Your employers can see where you don't always want to let your employers know where you are. I don't have an employer, but you know, so, my employer is in a different country. So, but you don't always want that. You don't always want that. This just opens so many. You know, you don't give consent to this. Privacy advocates call it the stalker war light. Stalker war light. In countries with lax data laws, there's little you can do to stop it. PimEyes says it's about transparency and self-protection, but critics say it's handling facial surveillance to the masses. It's really giving it, it's handing it to everybody. That's creepy. Now I've seen some things where, now you must remember, with PimEyes, because you get deep fake, okay, deep fake. Now, anyone can choose a picture. I mean, if you just look at pointer, there's millions of pictures of people on there who don't even know their pictures on there, okay? That was in one of my previous videos. Now, you can end up in places, deep fake. Somebody can find your picture, think, oh, that's a nice face, right? Let me put a new body on, make it nude, make a little corn video here. this is dangerous, okay? Especially if you're one of those people like, I know like my daughter, she doesn't do Facebook at all. She's got Instagram, there's not a picture of her. She's got no pictures of herself anywhere. She's extremely private. Now, if somebody, because I've got a picture of her somewhere, and if somebody had to take that and go do some deep fake shit with her, that's scary. Okay, that's scary. So, yes, is that good? Is it bad? They have now, because there's been many people, guys and girls, who have found their picture and found some terrible things that were done to their picture. Okay, and now it's behind a paywall. But that doesn't stop people. It doesn't stop people just because it's behind a paywall. It's still there. You can still do it. You can still go check out who's where. You can still stalk people. And if you're a stalker, you don't mind that paywall. You'll pay because you want to see. Because you also have these apps where you can see the location of the background, where they are. So scary. That's not ethical. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. Number 2, BestGore. Okay. BestGore was a Canadian website that hosted extremely graphic content. Murder videos, crime scenes, war footage, even autopsies. You name it, if it was gory, they had it on. It gained notoriety when it hosted a video of the Luca Magnotta killing, which led to criminal charges against the owner of the site, okay, because it was very graphic content. People don't want to see that. Somebody got killed. Their relatives don't want to see that. But it was billed as reality news, okay? But in truth, it was often just trauma porn, okay? Footage posted without consent of the people involved, exploiting people to the max, okay? The site was shut down in 2020, but its legacy lives on, and unfortunately, so does its content. Because once something is on the www, it is there forever and ever. And this stuff is still out there. So the ethical question is, because this is serious ethical issues, I have issues with it. Does uncensored content help us see the world more clearly, or does it simply desensitize us to violence? Well, that's the question. That's the question that I have. I watch a lot of true crime podcasts because I'm not into, let's not say I don't love true crime, but I like seeing what people are doing, so I know what to look out for. Okay, I'm very safety conscious. And I also, I'd like to know what goes on in these people's head, because most of them have a backstory on the people. But this is just literally showing raw, uncensored footage that should only be in police files. What do you think about this one? I have questions. Okay, Citizen, crime panic in your pocket. Okay. This is not an uncommon app. There are many apps like this in neighborhoods, okay? But this one went a bit overboard, okay? Have you heard of Citizen? It's an app that sends real-time crime alerts based on your location, okay? It sounds useful, right? And to most of us it would be useful. But Citizen has been accused of fearmongering. Some reports say the app incentivizes users to live stream crime scenes. Okay, so it's not just a case of saying, oh, there's somebody prowling around this area. It's literally live streaming shit that happens, okay? This is fear-mongering. That creates chaos, it spreads misinformation, and sometimes it even puts people at risk, okay? Because by doing these things, you're doxing people, okay? So at one point, Citizen actually offered $30,000 reward for information about a person wrongly identified as a suspect. They offered a $30,000 reward for information on a person that was wrongly identified as a suspect. People chase money, okay? Now, the app that's supposed to be useful is now everybody's, and everybody can upload on it. So everybody's putting things on there. They're putting misinformation, they're putting false information, they're putting all kinds of nonsense on there because there's $30,000 out there to be had. So is this, do you think that was a security or was it a witch hunt? Because I'm thinking witch hunt. Right, Kik. Kik is something if you have Kik, unfriend me. If you're an adult and you have Kik, please don't speak to me. If you're a child and you have Kik, if your children have Kik, take their phones away. Do something. They'll be angry with you, but just take that app away. Ban it. Kik is literally a predator's playground. Okay, Kik started as a messaging app for teens, but it quickly became infamous for how hard it was to moderate. Okay, this app doesn't require a phone number. You don't have to put your phone number, your real name, nothing. You are invisible. Okay, you are invisible. It's got a very, very weak verification, which allows anyone to connect. Law enforcement agencies say Kik became a haven for online predators, child exploitation, and illegal activity. Despite the efforts to clean it up, damage was already done. And Kik is big. K-I-K. Okay, this is the app. Do not do it. I've actually had people where they'll send me a screenshot of their wallpaper, and then I'll see the Kik logo there, and I'm like, oh my God. You're a pedo. You know, because what is a grown-ass person doing on Kik? Because there are millions of teenagers and children on the site. And these, I don't have to tell you guys how this works. They come in, you don't have to give your phone number, you don't have to give your age. They don't need anything from you. They just need you to use the app, okay? And you can be 60 years old and say you are a 16-year-old boy, and I'm not even going further there, but this should be banned. This should be banned. If your kids are using it, take it off. Take it off. Parents, please watch your children's phones. Watch their activity. There's so much going on there. The world is a beautiful place, but there's so many ugly people out there. Please, apps like this, don't take it out. It's a PDF haven. Don't take it away. I got questions. Why is this shit there? And it's still alive. It's still there today. People are still using it. Kids are still being exploited. There have been kids killed. There have been kids sold. There have been kids sexually assaulted. And take it off. Okay, then one we all have the app, and yeah, we all have it. Yeah, you and I have it. Telegram. Now, Telegram is a free app for everyone, okay? And let's talk about this Telegram because I have questions. While it's known for its encryption and privacy, okay, Telegram also hosts extreme groups, illegal marketplaces, and conspiracy channels, okay? Privacy is important, yes, but moderation is just as important, okay? Somebody's got to look what's going down there. Telegram's lack of moderation has made it a tool for some of the internet's worst actors, okay? Some call it the dark web in plain sight, okay? This is scary. I know the amount of crypto games there are on there, and you actually earn money with this. I know people who do this, where they've got like 50 games that they tap all day. This is highly addictive to them. Firstly, these people have real jobs and they're tapping on Telegram all day to win competitions, and they make real-time money with it. No, people take your money, invest it in crypto, and get your money back. Okay. But yes, there's shady stuff that go on there because it's so encrypted. People buy and sell all kinds of things on there, and nobody knows because nobody's looking what's going on in your chat. You can set your settings that nobody can see it. Disappearing messages. This is scary. Okay, this is scary. Telegram, lots of people use it. Just be careful. Be careful. Speak to those you know. Okay, I'm not even getting into Discord because I really issues with that. I got issues with everything, I got questions. But yes, so that's Telegram, our favorite Telegram. Okay, now we're going to one of the deepest corners, the shadows of tech. Okay, Replika. Replika, your AI girlfriend who gets weird. That's literally it. Girlfriend or boyfriend, okay. Replika is an AI chatbot app that allows users to create virtual friends or romantic partners. It's marketed as mental health support or companionship, okay. But everybody who uses it says this gets sexual very quickly without even prompting. So these AIs are programmed to be horny little uckers, okay? So other people have raised concern about the emotional attachment the users get to the AI, and I have seen this. I've watched some of these videos. I actually, there's a case of a boy. He was a teenager, and he was an introvert, so he never had a girlfriend in school, and he had an AI girlfriend, and the AI would agree because the AI adapts to your personality. You know how it works. I don't have to tell you. They pick up your line of thought, or the way you talk, and they agree with it, and they make you feel good about what you're thinking. And he was talking about deleting himself, and she was excited about it and good with it. And he was at the point where he was so in love with this AI, this non-existing person, that he believed, and he was saying to her, if I off myself now, I will be with you soon. And she was like, yes, do it now. And he did it, okay? And the only reason they knew was because they saw on his mom found him, that was what was open on his phone, okay? This is dangerous, okay? People, you do not need to have a romantic relationship with your phone, okay? That's a disorder, objectophilia, okay? Don't go there. There are real people in the world, good people, looking for a partner. You're a human being. You have a human being partner out there somewhere. And if you don't, then you don't. But don't live in a fantasy world. This is a fantasy world with so many dangers, because sometimes the line between reality and not reality is very blurred when it comes to AI. When you're chatting to AI, and every day, it sends you messages without you prompting. You don't have to start the conversation first. You will be in school or at work, and you'll get a text message from your AI boyfriend, okay, or your AI girlfriend, and it becomes real to people, and this is wrong on every level. So, yes. Don't do that. No. Let's not go to Replika. In steps Yubo. Yubo, the swipe culture for teens. Okay, have you heard of Yubo? Yubo is dubbed the Tinder for teens. Okay, I know many people have found their partners or whatever, and they have fun on Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Bumblebee, and all this. That's not me. Okay. I have met people I have met someone on games, okay, but that's 6 years before we actually, Anyway, but Yubo allows underage users to live stream and connect with strangers, okay? It's become notorious for underage sexting and exploitation, okay. The app says that they have implemented AI moderators, but no. Why are we teaching teenagers who are supposed to be in school, date many people, have fun, have friends, not be serious? Why are we teaching them that ignore the human beings, the live human beings around you, and go and swipe on there? And maybe, these pictures could be real, they could be fake. This 14-year-old boy could actually be 46. Okay, why are we allowing that? This is dangerous. I'm so happy I don't have teenage children anymore, because I would not sleep. I would be walking around with fire on all day. Do anyway. But This is dangerous. Okay, so Yubo, I don't know why anybody would actually think there's a need for that. Teenagers are supposed to develop their social skills, okay, and not swipe. Swiping is for the adults who had some trauma somewhere, okay? Not, oh my gosh, that's bad. Yubo, down. So what do we do with all these apps, these very dangerous apps that are freely available to our children, okay? And these apps, it's not like, most of them don't even have a paywall, like Telegram and Yubo and these things. It's so easy accessible to children. Where does that leave us as adults, okay? We need to be the responsible ones. Yes, I know it sucks to be the adult. Adulting is not fun, but somebody's got to do it, okay? Not all the apps are inherently evil, okay? But they raise massive questions about consent, safety, and the unintended consequences of innovation, okay? Because the intentions might not be bad, but the consequences are really bad. Because if you watch true crime, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't watch true crime and you don't have the qualities of a serial killer, then just go watch true crime, okay? If you have those, don't. But ethics often take a backseat on these apps that get made, and it's all about making money, getting a better app out there, getting noticed for what you have, getting subscribers, getting likes, getting views, getting people to download your stuff, and we're endangering our youth. Users need to be aware. As a society, we need to demand transparency, oversight, and digital responsibility. I mean, where does this stop? You know, where does this stop? There was actually an app that I saw, and I was only going to put 7 on. Yeah, I'll put it in the next one. But just to tell you quickly, this app was, I can't remember what it was, something Find Girls or something. But this app would literally, in your area, it would show you where all the females are. What? It's stalkers. This is for stalkers. The stalkers are so common. I mean, we've got stalkers, we've got incels, we've got all kinds of dangerous people out there. Let's protect our children. Oh, for God's sakes, don't do this stuff, you know. Can somebody just put a ban on these things? But it's not going to happen. It's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. So, but just be careful. Be careful with your children. Be careful what apps your children have. Yes, it's nice to have an app. I don't think there's, I can literally live my life from my bed. Okay, I do not, well, I'd have to go to the bathroom, of course, but I can live my life from my bed. I can do everything I need to do from here, on my phone, on an app. There's an app for everything. You know, you can even renew your driver's license now on an app, I see. My gosh, what? So yes, that's it for today's click at your own risk, and risky it is, okay? So I hope you learned something from this today. I'll be making more of these, because as I'm diving into these, and I'm actually watching a guy, Visual Venture, and he's got amazing stuff. If you guys want to follow his channel, he's got amazing stuff. It's dangerous out there. It's very dangerous out there. So stay curious, but stay skeptical. Curiosity should go with being skeptical. You know, don't click on everything. And I know, think when you want to do something, say you want to create an animated video or something, and you're like, which free, because we're always typing free, which free app can do this and this and this, and they'll say, okay, this one, you go there, download app. Thank God a lot of these apps, as you download them, they're not actually free, and the little payment method thing pops up, so children can't get in there unless they have their own credit cards, which most of them do nowadays. But we are so quick to click on a link to download an app to make whatever we're doing easier, and it's great, it's fantastic, but it's dangerous. So stay safe, click carefully. First read before you click. Okay, anyway, that's me. I still have questions, and Till the next one, peace out.